Malibu is a dream destination for many, but only a few ever get to live it like this. Perched atop 6 private acres with 360-degree views of the Santa Monica Mountains, this mountaintop retreat feels like your own hidden getaway from it all. This is where the Malibu dream meets legacy. Let's go check it out. Now, as you arrive to this property, you enter in through a motor gate at the very bottom of this hill, and the first thing that you see down there is the 3-bedroom guest house we'll talk about a little bit later on in this video. And then as you drive up on the left side, it takes you all the way up this path, and you can see the gorgeous modern exterior of this brand new construction home here in the hills of Malibu in the middle of the Santa Monica Mountains. The 360-degree views are absolutely gorgeous, and I'm gonna be talking about that throughout this entire tour, so stick around with me as we walk up these steps. You look up to the gorgeous exterior where we have the dark wood and stucco mix, and just look at the mountains, guys. It is gonna be a perfect day today, a perfect sunset and night as we tour you through this entire property. There is a covered patio space here in the front of the home. And I say the front of the home, but there really is just so much outdoor exterior space in this property. There's also a pickleball court on the opposite side. And I love the mix of all the elements. As you can see, the steel beams up above. But let's walk in through this massive wood pivot door and show you the inside. Heading inside this gorgeous property. Now, this does consist of 2 homes. You have the main home up here and the guest house down below us. This one has 4 bedrooms and the one below us has 3 bedrooms. I'll show you all the specs right here on the screen. But right as you turn to this side, open living area, high ceilings in here. Love the stone surrounding the dual-sided fireplace. This is the center place of the home where you get views to both sides, and you're probably gonna be hanging out, spending most of your time in this living room section. And then when you get hungry, you walk across the hallway here, and this is where we have our dining area. Linear light fixture hanging from those wood beam ceilings above us, recessed lights bordering this entire dining section, and you have built-in speakers up there as well. 2 sliding glass doors lead us out to the side yard, which actually, if you follow me here, you get a little glimpse out to the pickleball court that we'll show you toward the end of the video. I wish we had a paddle and some balls, because then I'd be playing whoever, maybe one of you guys. If you subscribe, you like, you comment on this video, and maybe we can be playing pickleball one day in a future home tour. But let's keep moving back inside. As we walk through the dining area, this is where you're gonna get served food. They cook it up in the kitchen. They walk down this hallway. You've got the walk-in pantry to one side, and then the appliances to the other side. And these doors you can open up and push in. They pocket in very well. Makes it really sleek to still have all of this on display, whatever you have stored. And as you keep walking, Wolf appliances. This is the modern version of dual ovens right here, where you just tap a few buttons and your food gets hot and ready for you, built into the wall right off of our kitchen. But here we are. We've already stepped into the beautiful kitchen. Love the light stone, book-matched countertops, and a massive picture window looking out to the Santa Monica Mountains, and you can almost get a glimpse of the ocean in the distance. Integrated sink and gold tones throughout with our faucet here. Dual light fixtures to both sides of our island, and you've got a Wolf induction stovetop here on that center island. Speaking of the center island, you can seat 6, 7, maybe even 8 people on the breakfast bar facing the family room section down below. Plenty of storage space, drawers to both sides, and you have those sleek handles in, once again, a gold tone, soft closing drawer space. Floating shelves over here in the corner, and there's another linear window looking out to the front of the property. Honestly, that is the front because that's where the guest house is facing directly. You have to walk around the home to get to the front door. I hope you can keep up with the floor plan and make it feel like you're walking with me through this property as I'm doing right now. But down below, dual Sub-Zero wine refrigerators. Open one of those up to show you. Already stocked with some wine ready to go. Down beneath, we'll close that off though. It's a nice section for your wine fridges because as you can see, The countertops do extend out a little bit from the kitchen space so that maybe you can just stand up, have a glass of wine while enjoying the views of the rest of our property here. But as you can see, this is where the family area is, right off of our kitchen. Here's the other side of that dual-sided fireplace, surrounded by that stonework going up to the ceiling there. Just a very warm and cozy house. It doesn't feel like one of those extravagant, brand new modern homes, and the wood and the white oak wood floors make it feel very warm and inviting. More floor-to-ceiling sliding glass doors to open up. You get that Malibu breeze. You look out to the greenery in the mountains, the hills out here. But we're gonna show you the pool outside in just 1 second, but keep on following me this way. At the very end of this first level, we have a breakfast nook with sliders leading out to outdoor dining space, but we have a circular table with 6 seats surrounding it and one of the most unique light fixtures you'll ever see, because I think the light fixture is larger than the table itself. It almost looks like a spider web or a flying saucer. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. We'll also have beautiful views of the mountains directly in front of me throughout this entire first floor of the home. But right now I just want to walk outside because we're just so close to the backyard and the sun looks so incredible right now. So let's take a look at the pool. As I said, we have a covered patio section, plenty of recessed lights, built-in speaker, outdoor dining right off of the side of our property, even though this is where the front door was directly behind me over there. If you can tell, that's where we entered the home. And then you have some grass space, enough to throw the ball around, have the dog run around, and then 3 steps up and we arrive to our hot tub here in the center of our infinity edge pool. 2 Baja shelves to each side, a symmetrical pool with also, you can see that they have the stonework on both sides of the pool here. The same stone that we saw surrounding the fireplace inside. And I'm gonna be careful not to fall in as well, but I do wanna go all the way to the end because if you follow me and take a look, we have a fire pit lounge directly in front of me, and just look at the views. The lighting might be a little hard to see with the sun back there, but these views are epic. The mountains are so green right now. This truly feels like you're on top of the world. And then below us is the guest house that features 3 bedrooms and a 6-car garage, and plenty more cars can fit on the driveway in front of that garage down there.
The guest house rivals most single-family homes out there with over 3,500 square feet of interior space, so it's not your typical ADU.
But does it get much better than this? This is truly living the life in California, in Malibu, within the mountains, and not too far from the ocean or from everything else that LA has to offer. But let's continue. On this side, we have a built-in Coyote barbecue grill, a pizza oven right next to it, all the appliances that you need from a fridge, a freezer, the same countertops we saw in the kitchen, bar seating for maybe 6 people, and then a stainless steel sink over here in the corner. A nice placement where it's convenient to the inside of the house, but also convenient to a few steps away from your spa, your pool, and the fire pit lounge area. So a nice place for the outdoor. So when you're having a party and you want to entertain, you also get these views while everyone can be involved in the mix here. Follow me down the pathway because we are just going to show you all this property has to offer. We're just walking around. You're taking a tour with me. To my left, this is the sliders that lead into the dining room. You can see that really quick. And then if you come into this nook here, this door leads us into an outdoor bathroom. This is always nice, and you might not expect this sometimes in the home. Honestly, a lot of properties that I've toured, I've missed the bathroom outside because you're not really looking for it. But when one of them pops up, it's a surprise, but a nice surprise, because who wants to go inside when you're wet after coming out of the pool? You want to use the restroom outside, use the sink, beautiful marble finishes. You got the modern light fixture, and then really quick, a glass shower right next to me. Gorgeous tile in here. Don't mind the pillows in there. Those are outdoor pillows, so they can get wet. It's not a big deal. But let's get out of here and keep on showing you. All right, back outside, and you can see now to my right, I'm not gonna go all the way down there. I'm just gonna give you a glimpse, show you some cool B-roll shots, some drone shots of how much land there is here. So we're on a total of 6 acres up here in the mountains in Malibu. You see the pickleball court. That is what all the kids and adults are playing these days, is pickleball. More pickleball leagues are picking up than I've ever seen, especially in Los Angeles. That's the new thing. They're getting built in all of these homes. And what a convenient and nice spot to have pickleball games going on here in the mountains with these kind of views. That would never get old, especially at sunset. We're gonna see the sunset in just a bit. But first, let's walk up these steps because there's more outdoor space around this home. So look at this. This is your upper turf section above the 8-car garage directly below us. So much space. This is where you're going to be having events or hosting a party up here. Great spot, just a great space to entertain. Maybe have some cornhole going on. This could also be the grandstands when you're watching a pickleball game down below. And these views, I can't get enough of it. It looks like we're standing next to the Grand Canyon. That's how incredible that mountain next to us looks. And that is it. Up here, more outdoor space. And there really is nothing like it here in this part of Malibu, or really anywhere, or really within any home that we've seen on this channel. Let's go back inside because there's still more to see in there. So you can enter back in the house from that turfed area. So after you have an event out there, you walk inside, you can go upstairs, downstairs, or all the way down into the garage below us. But as you take a few steps down, here is another section where you can entertain. So you can see this would be a great house for parties up on that elevated turf space, down in the pickleball area, and then you maybe can watch a movie here, have a sporting event on. This would be the most epic house to host a Super Bowl party at. Maybe next year, you can be invited. Then there's also a bathroom. Wow, this is quite the bathroom. Dark tones in here. I love the textured tile, as it is a rough texture below us, and then the smooth tile surrounding us on the walls, but it's the same dark gray tone. Super ultra modern bathroom overall. Glass shower, of course, gold tones, linear light fixture, floating vanity, some space for your towels. I mean, what more could you want? This bathroom truly did surprise me, but that confirms my point even more, that this would be the perfect place for an epic Super Bowl party, especially if this is the bathroom that you're gonna be using next to the TV. But let's see what's next. Down the hallway, we are back to the entryway of the home. You can see the front door to one side, the floating staircase to the other. And before we show you that last room, some closet space for storage, and then your powder room, floating vanity in here, motion sensored toilet, linear light fixture. Once again, overall a bright and modern powder room. But in front of me, let's show you the office. As you head into the office, there are 2 pocket doors that slide into the wall, make it very sleek and doesn't take up much space. And then you walk into here, it's a massive room with large sliding glass doors that directly lead you out to the front of the property next to our front door there. Gives you more of those views. And then I do like what's different in here, which are the dark tones on the walls. It's a black navy blue tone. You see it on the ceiling as well. A very nice paint and just adds variety to this house in general. And then you've got the narrow Sputnik light fixture up above, large office desk taking on the views, of course. This is not your typical walk-in closet, but it is a storage space and kind of a dry bar section with 2 floating shelves. You've got the wood slat walls behind it up to the ceiling. So technically it would be a closet, but maybe you turn this into a recording studio. But that's actually what the guest house might be used for. But we'll touch on that maybe another time. And next to us is the bathroom. Let's see what makes this special. Similar to the last one, floating vanity, linear light fixture, but just a lot of space in this bathroom for our office. That was everything though for this first level. We gotta go upstairs now and see what the primary bedroom's like. Heading upstairs, there are 3 bedrooms to show you directly behind me, and then the primary suite that takes on this bridge in front of me. We're gonna show you all of that. It has epic views, so stick around till the very end. But as we walk along the hallway to our right, now this bedroom is west facing with 2 sliding glass doors leading outside. One of them gives you a glimpse down to the pickleball court, and you can see just the sunlight drenching the bed and the wood slat walls behind the bed. Also the sleek closet storage space, accordion style doors that open up, gives you that fresh, brand new construction wood smell. Ensuite bathroom with a beautiful shower, gorgeous stone in there. And then follow me out to the balcony real quick, because it's not your typical balcony where you take 2 steps out and you get a little bit of fresh air. This one narrows out and extends quite a length, maybe about 20, 30, 40 feet on your side yards, so that you can get as close as possible to the sunset and take on the views. You can see the fire pit down below, and this view is honestly one of a kind. There might just be one other home that we've toured on this channel similar to that. That home was on 50 acres, not too far away actually. Comment below if you remember that house. Let's go back inside, see how the other rooms differ. Directly across the hall is another bedroom, this one facing the opposite direction, of course. In this balcony, I was just drawn into the balcony, which is funny. Let's talk about the room first, because the staging is interesting. It's unique. I do like the artwork we have up on the wall. Some posters, maybe for a child's room. That's why it's staged with 2 twin beds, light fixtures to both sides. And let's walk out to the balcony. Walking out to the balcony, once again, a large balcony, good size. You can definitely fit a few chairs maybe. And once again, we are now east facing and north facing, corner balcony. Unbelievable. You see the driveway below us. And if you look up, what do you know? Not a cloud in the sky. Well, maybe a few in the distance, but this is where I think I'd be spending my time if I was living in this room with my younger brother. And you have twin beds here in this bedroom space. But if you also notice, these are large bedrooms. These aren't just your small rooms that you might see in a home with 8 bedrooms that this home has. But if you also notice, this is a large room, decent size to where you can fit an office desk, maybe a king size bed in here. And this is just a guest bedroom. So just imagine what the primary is going to look like. But if you walk this way, walk-in closet to one side and a full ensuite bathroom, floating vanity, glass shower, smooth stonework. You can see that's one tile, one large slab going from the floor all the way up to the ceiling in here. Bright tones, once again, similar to what we saw in the last room. Let's see what's next. One more bedroom down the hallway. You can see that we got all the way to the end where there is another gorgeous light fixture, 2 windows, bringing in more of those views. And you look down to that turf section. As I walk down the hall once again, the last room before the primary. Let's see if this one's any better. Well, there is no balcony, but this is a corner bedroom with wood slat wall behind our king size bed. I do love the stone light fixtures to both sides built onto these wood slats here. And then you have the linear windows to both sides looking out to the turf, the pickleball court, a Juliet balcony. This bedroom is en suite. Similar finishes to what we just saw in the last room, except the shower looks gorgeous with a beautiful marble stone that we haven't really seen yet, light gray tones. All of the essentials to live comfortably on top of a hill in the Santa Monica Mountains in Malibu. But last but not least, let's head to the very end of the hallway, which, as you can see, is a long ways away. But it opens up to both sides. You get the views to one side, as you see, and then you get close to that light fixture that we saw in the grand foyer entrance of the home. Walk down the hallway, laundry room to my left, plenty of storage space in there. And this is it. Imagine coming home every day. You're ready to walk into your bedroom. You see more views to one side. It opens up down to the living room. And then you have this large wood pivot door. The first thing you see when you walk into your bedroom are these 5 floating shelves. Maybe you can have some pictures of friends or family on display, or some motivational quotes to really inspire you if these views don't inspire you enough already. So here it is. You walk to your right. This is your bedroom. So you have it separated from a living room section, stone fireplace, the same stone we saw downstairs, and then to both sides, some storage space with countertops, 3 floating wood shelves, and then some cabinets down below. And then check out the sunset right now, natural light coming into this entire bedroom, king size bed, wood walls behind it. We've got these circular light fixtures that look like symbols on each side of your bed here. And oh my goodness, this view is just so epic. We got to walk out to the balcony. I have to show you what the views look like from your bed. So you are facing the balcony here. And when you open this up, this is what you see. Does it look as good on camera as it does in real life? Because that mountain is so epic here in the Santa Monica Mountains, and this balcony is massive, just like all the other ones were. Corner balcony, once again, we are overlooking the pool and the guest house. You can see down beneath us. We've got the wood beams up above as well. Now that is not a picture window. That is just an open cutout displaying the views. That looks like a poster. That looks like my computer background screensaver, honestly. When you first buy a computer, that's the view. That's the image that they're giving you right here. But that was everything for this one side of the bedroom. Let's just jump on over and see what the bathroom looks like. As you enter the bedroom, you walk left and arrive into your primary bedroom, suite, bathroom. Now this is truly a spa-like experience, and it's in your room. Where do we even begin? We can start with the floating vanity to one section. The finishes in here are so minimal, but it really adds to the modern vibe while keeping it warm with the wood drawers down below. And you have the LED light running underneath so you can see it displaying on the tile below us. And then here you have your tub built into the corner of the room with these windows up in the corner looking out at the sunset and more of those views, of course, that are unbelievable. The glass shower in another corner, and the walls don't go all the way up to the ceiling, giving it more of an open feel in here. But as I step in, you have two large rain shower heads, one on either wall, and then a shower niche to both sides with a small LED strip on top to display any accessories or toiletries you have there. The handheld shower head, of course, gotta hold it and test it out right there. And that is it. Can you imagine? This is one of the closer rain shower heads you have. If you are showering with your partner, you're pretty close to each other, right next to it. So that is unique. That's something that is a little bit different than in some of the showers you might see separating shower heads. But let's head over to the other side where we have your second vanity. This would be the her section because of the makeup station on the right. The bright modern light fixtures to both sides that look like swords. You just want to take off the wall and get ready to battle. But I do like the large rectangular mirrors. You can see one is square so that you can fit the faucet down beneath that is built into that marble. And the other side, it extends down a bit so you really get the larger mirror for when she's doing her makeup and sitting down. You're exposed, you can see everything. You really get a view of it all. Also in this bathroom, we've got a built-in speaker above me, water closet behind me where the toilet is. And then this is where the closet is located at the very opposite end. And the vibe completely switches up in here. The light fixture looks like a rope wrapped around a metal pole in the very center, which really gives it a unique vibe. And the lighting is dimmed a bit, but this is an expansive walk-in closet. I'm a big fan of that wood bench here in the very center. Adds to the warmness and the homey atmosphere that we're feeling as we've been walking around this home. I don't know if I have enough clothes, shoes, or honestly, storage items in general to fit in this large closet. But one more time before the sun sets, let's walk out to that balcony and wrap this thing up. Thank you guys so much for watching till the very end of this video. If you haven't hit the like button already, please do so kindly. It really helps these videos out tremendously. Also subscribe because we're posting plenty more incredible home tours for you guys and a lot of exciting things coming here throughout the rest of the year of 2025 and beyond. So really appreciate that. Also comment below what your favorite part about this house was and if you could see yourself potentially living here. I mean, these views behind me are not too bad. I think they speak for themselves. Thank you so much and shout out to Racing Green and Dougal for letting us tour their incredible listing. Appreciate all of you guys once again. We'll see you on the next video.